my colleague teachers, welcome to today's video. This is your lovely and educative channel, Live Adventures TV. If you are new in this channel, kindly subscribe. Join us so that we can move in this journey together. Remember also to like, comment, and also ensure that you give us a thumbs up, and also touch the bell so that wherever we have a new video, you'll be able to be noticed and continue in tandem with us. This is our program. This is the video for educators. It is for teachers. It is for you. In this video, we are going to learn several tips on how you can ensure that your students performs better. First and foremost, if you want to be a good teacher, you must make sure that you love your job. Ensure that you love your job. You like it. You enjoy. Enjoy when you wake up early and you go to join that school to teach, whether in public or in private, whether it is a college or a university. You begin by loving your job. Having the right attitude is the beginning of making sure that your students are able to perform better. The other thing, or the other tip that you should learn, is that develop the right attitude with your students. Love them, care for them like your brothers and sisters, care for them like your sons and daughters. Make sure that your love is positive, but is not meant to spoil them. Once you have that kind of closeness and relationship with the students, you develop confidence, and whatever you teach them in a class, they will be able to understand and follow your example. And therefore, make sure that first and foremost, you love your job. Secondly, love your students in college, in university, or in any school of learning. The other thing is that make sure that you try as much as possible to give testings and cut. Give them tests, either termly. You can give them a good test that is it is worth. Make sure that it is worth the standard, and also give them cut maybe at the end of the week or at the end of every month. Once you do that, you are going to make sure that your students are able to catch up with other students in other schools. They're able to catch up with the syllabus, and they're able now to assimilate and become friendly with exams. They will not fear exams. The other tip is that give lunch hour short questions. Once you are able to teach them during the day, you can jot a few questions during the lunch hour, and then jot them on the blackboard or on the whiteboard or wherever. Give them to the student, and they will be able to study them. They're able to answer those questions, and therefore they will be able now to catch up with the syllabus. Make sure that you constitute consultation groups in school. Consultation groups are made of few students who can be able to answer a few questions when they are together, and they'll be able to have what we call peer teaching. When they are learning among themselves, they're able to study more and to study better and be able to answer more questions that will help them in exams. As teachers and tutors, I will challenge you to always give your teaching an extra mile. Make sure that you teach after supper. Create some time with these students. Come during the weekend. Have time with them. Go back to class during a lunch hour. And that is what we call extra teaching. Go extra mile in your job. Don't just believe in what you teach during the class hour and the timetable time that is going to be enough for you. Once you want them to pass, especially if you are teaching the examination classes, make sure that you move an extra mile, come in early in the morning and teach them. Teach examination areas. We have a wide syllabus. We have syllabus that covers life skills. We have syllabus that covers social skills, but we have areas that cover examination questions. And I will challenge, if you have never gone to marking, go and mark exams in your subject. Go and mark your subject, and you'll be able to understand and learn the examinable areas. If you do that, you'll avoid wasting time on non-examinable areas. So if you are a teacher, a tutor, or a lecturer, do not give irrelevances to the examination classes, but give them the areas that they are actually examined. Look for commonly tested topics. There are topics that are tested, and others are just there to keep the learning going. But there are topics that they are repeated year in, year out. Look at them, study the exams in each year, and once you're able to study and look at those exams for many years, a span of 10 years, you'll be able to predict the questions that will be brought and will be tested to a student in the coming year. Give student notes and make sure that they write them. Some teachers do not give notes. Make sure that you follow them up. These are children and they need your guidance. And therefore, make sure, try as much possible to give them notes. And once you give them notes, make sure that they write them. Also, as a teacher, ensure that you update your notes. We have teachers who have very old notes, irrelevant, they are outdated. The yellow, we call them the yellow textile exercise books. The book has grown old and the teacher is still using it. Make sure that you update your notes, you update yourself with the learning trends. Today, things are changing, things are very dynamic, and once you continue doing that, your students will continue performing well and they'll do better in exams. Give students notes and ensure that they write them. Let them know that the education is theirs. Let them touch their chest and say, this education is mine. Let them know that they are not learning for their sisters, their mothers, their brothers, or whatever. They are learning for themselves. It is for them that they're doing this study. And once they own up that study, they own up that education, they'll be able now to read hard and be able to comprehend more and pass the exam. Also, let them know that when a student can think mathematically, all the other subjects becomes easy. What do I mean by this? Mathematics is a subject that trains a cognitive dimension. And once the cognitive is awakened up, the mind is awakened up and worked up, it will find the other journeys of history, CRI, Kiswahili very easy. I'm not saying that there is a subject, but once you provoke the mind using mathematics, the students are able to understand mathematics and think mathematically, they will be able now to do better in other subjects. Also, teachers travel, do benchmarking. Do benchmarking to other schools. Visit the well-performing schools. Go to the examination department. Go to the head of your department subject, if you're in geography or in whatever subject. Talk to him or her. Know why they are performing well. That is what we call benchmarking. Visit other schools. Talk with your principal or your director. Let him support you, and he'll support you to visit other schools in other areas, and you'll be now to be able to understand why they are able to do better than you. Also, give remedial teaching. Remedial teaching, remember, should not be used to cover the syllabus. Remedial teaching is meant to look at the past topic and find out whether the student were able to understand and comprehend. It is a recap of what he taught. It is a recap of what he taught so that the student can be able to assimilate, copy, remember, and associate with what we taught them in these other past topics and these past lessons. Teachers, always have a positive attitude to your school, have a positive attitude to your work, have a positive attitude to your students, love their parents, love the community, and if you do that, they are going to be able to be with you and walk in this journey with you and perform better. I hope you have learned something, and if you have learned something, kindly comment in our section of comments. Also subscribe to this channel so that we can be able to continue together. Remember, our TV is known as Live Adventures TV. Till next time, God bless you and have a good day.